Hi there, and welcome to Wooing Nature Signs and Wonders. My name is Carrie, and I am going to take you on a little journey for September. This is for all of those people who are under the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or chart dominance, depending on how you're viewing this video. So, this month I am going to be reading from 3 Asian texts. I'm going to be reading from the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power. I'll pull one card from that deck to give us some guidance and some direction and give us a little focus. Speaking of focus. And then I'm going to be reading from the I-Ching cards. This is Klaus Holitzka's deck. I'll pull two cards from there. And then I will finish up with the Chinese Tarot, and that is going to be for your detailing and for for us to get the real clarity on what's happening this month. So we're looking for a wisdom card for Aquarians for the month of September. Thank you very much. And the card that revealed itself is the mantra seed syllable. So we're talking about vernacular, we're talking about sound, we're talking about the words that you speak. So thinking about your word sounds, thinking about how you're using word sound, how you are using sound in meditation, all of that will be very important. This is connected with the goddess Vajra Varahi, for those of you who are connected to that spiritual deity or that entity, or you know about it, or you want to find out more about it, go ahead and have at it. It says words have great power. Use them for the greater good. So, like I said before, we're talking about the use of your own words and their power to create. And that, of course, comes from your thought process as well. So I'm just going to take that a step further and say that while you are mindful or being mindful of the words that you're speaking, that you will also be thinking about your thoughts, because your thoughts are reflected in your speech, and also they are reflected in your actions. And once we get to the action phase, then that's when creation really begins to take root and take form. So be careful of your thoughts, or let me not say be careful of your thoughts, be mindful of your thoughts. And then when you're mindful of your thoughts, those thoughts that are destructive in nature or hindering or limiting in nature, then those are the ones that you'll want to remove from your vocabulary, and you'll want to start repatterning or rethinking or coming up with some different patterns of thought. All right. Whew. So you guys are okay, cards. Aquarius. Aquarius, you guys must be anxious to get this reading. All right, so I have pulled the number 36. This was the first card out, was 36. 36 breaks down to a number 9. So we're talking about closure, endings, finishing task, completing task, and coming to an end of a cycle. Okay. And I'm going to be reading from the translated text. If you follow the I-Ching, you can, and you have your own translations, then you can take this passage to your translation, to the translation of your choice. And you can read it there if you want to get a little more personal clarity for yourself. All right, so number 36 talks about an eclipse of light, and we can see this here in the Holitska drawing here. There's an individual, or the central character here looks to be leaned over a staff, traveling along the road. The red dot represents the sun or light, and then there's some kind of something shadowing or covering it up. So it says unfathomable influences gain ground and threaten the realization of your aims and your plans. So if you had a plan in place, then there's something that seems to be threatening it at this time. You have no power over them. What that means that whatever is happening, if you are experiencing, hold on. Here's the nose itching. But sooner or later, I'm just going to get used to this, and then I'm going to not talk about it. But at any rate, we welcome all of those spirits that are governing and are watching out for protecting our Aquarius spirits that are in the cipher. welcome them here and ask them to be a part of this reading. And we also ask for their guidance and for them to just speak through me so that the message comes clear. Thank you. All right. The power that you have is over yourself. Don't let yourself be swayed from your goals. Stand firm, albeit quietly, by your own convictions. The present need is to remain calm within, firm and strong-willed, and appear tolerant and flexible to those around you. Avoid acting as the center of attention. Don't meddle in other people's affairs. Use your personal opinion your personal opinion is of little importance at the present time. Demonstrate to others once more that the existing conflicts are of a passing nature. They are essential for the positions to be clarified once and for all, and you will also warm to the task and gain much in terms of personal development. So this seems to actually be a common theme right through here now, Aquarius, meaning it's not just you. What we're doing right now is we're getting accustomed to the new vibration, the new energy, the new frequencies that we are moving into now that we have passed through this massive ascension process, and some of us are still in process. We are, of course, at different levels. Nobody ascends at the exact same moment. A lot of this is based on timing, and so what is happening is not in your control. It's probably a part of the universal timing that's happening, as I said, in relationship to the ascension process that we are now experiencing So, the admonitions that were given to you, don't try to be the center of attention. Don't meddle in other people's affairs. Don't try to fix anybody. Don't try to tell anybody the right way to do it. Your opinion, what you think, is not of great importance at this time, and nor is it going to matter. So all of those things you have to just sort of go with the flow. Just kind of go with the flow until this passes. And this is about passing time. This is about nature and how nature resolves things and balances itself. So if things are not going as smoothly as you wanted them to, or if you are not able to complete a project, or if there seems to be some kind of stalemate, and that's in any area, then just know that it's about divine timing, and it's about you having to relinquish and surrender to that. And we all have to learn how to do that a little bit better. All right. So I have pulled the second card, which is card number 10. And this basically is going to tell me where the changing lines, that lets me know what lines of the I-Ching are significant to you, or what are those things that you need to kind of listen out for and pay attention to. So you have number 2 is a changing line. Number 3 is a changing line for you. Number 4 is changing, 5 and 6. So we're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I will read all of those and you just get in where you fit in. Line 2, a negative force curbs you, but you are still capable of acting. React spontaneously and without ugly or ulterior motive. The right decision comes when your gut feelings lead you to make the right decision. Okay, so gut feelings, no need to operate with any kind of agendas or ulterior motives. All of that stuff is going to be meted out. It is. Line 3, you unexpectedly collide with the cause of your problem. That's pretty good. That's actually good. Take advantage of this moment coolly and unhesitatingly. With tactfulness, you later find normality from within. Line 4, you are in the fortunate position of being able to recognize clearly what is happening around you. Don't venture too far ahead, as you can then avoid impending disaster. Line 5, don't relinquish a strong position lightly, even when retreat is the best course of action. There remains nothing else for you to do than adjust to the circumstances without, however, relinquishing your own ideals. And then the last one says the eclipse wanes. So the darkness is there. Remember, we said it's eclipsing of the light. It could be eclipsing of your light. It could be eclipsing of the light of understanding, which means you don't get what's going on and you can't figure it out. But the eclipse wanes. If good has been harmed and beauty spoiled, then they will slowly become whole and healthy once again. So any problems or any issues that come out of this period of time, Aquarius, is going to resolve itself, and it's going to bring back harmony. So don't feel like just because you're in the dark that means that you're never going to be in the light again, or that there's any reason for fear, or there's any reason to push an agenda or make something different happen. We really got to get out of this mindset of something being bad or good, because sometimes the actions that are happening around us that appear to be negative are really just, the universe working itself out or balancing itself out. So don't fear. All right, so I am moving on to the tarot. This again is the Chinese tarot, and I am using this for detailing so that we can get some clarity. All right, so we have said that words are important to you in September, Aquarius, using your words wisely. And along with that, the I-Ching spoke about not expressing your opinion. Your opinions are not important at this time. Not trying to push your own agenda, not trying to convince anybody of something, your way or the highway, all of that kind of stuff. So the Three of Swords to me is really what I'm seeing is that there is a crossroads happening, and that there's something coming through. All right. So if you are at that crossroads there, if you are at the crossroads, there is something that is trying to make it through, and you need to be able to see that and benefit from it or capitalize from it. But you've got to be in the right place at the right time. And so there was the admonition in there about pushing forward or moving forward. For some of you, that's a good move. For some of you, you're going to have to wait. It just depends. But I'm seeing the fall being the timing for that. And so once we get past the fall equinox and we start moving clearly into the fall season is when you want to be on the lookout for that information that's going to come through to you or for you about how you need to move from the fall through to the winter, actually. Threes represent creation. When two opposites come together, then creation can happen. So for those of you who, for whom the message about meeting your adversary or meeting the source of your problem, this is a significant moment for you, because there's key information that's coming through in that moment. All right, so we got the Eight of Cups, and we also have the Nine of Staves. Those two are coming in reverse. All right, so I'm seeing, to me, that there is a lot. It looks like there's a lot coming your way. And this seems like, just energies. It could be people, it could be offers, it could be confusion, it could be drama, it could be something to kind of get you focused in other areas and not being focused on what you need to be focused on. You have to be able to manage all of that. You have to be able to manage all of that. The second card is the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is like somebody also offering you something that they think is a great idea, and you're walking away from it. Somebody's walking away from a deal, and somebody else is trying to convince them that it is a good deal. Okay. My feeling, Aquarius, is that neither of these are the things that you want, right? So again, you got to wait for the fog to clear. And you also have to be aware of your desires. I'm getting that too. That you need to be aware of your desires, because your desires will bring this stuff. Okay? Sometimes what we want is just like, it's not really based on who we are. It's based on what we saw that somebody else has. And that doesn't mean anything to spirit. I'm going to be honest with you. Spirit could care less about that. You wanting something because somebody else has it, that doesn't have anything to do with your calling. It doesn't have anything to do with your alignment. It doesn't have anything to do with who you are on the inside, who you are at your core. It has nothing to do with your core values, or it may not have anything to do with your core values. Now, the one thing I will say about that, because sometimes you have to look at why you want it. It's not, wanting itself is not a problem. Desire itself is not a problem. But you got to look at what's behind it, because if you don't look carefully at what's behind it, then you'll be going down a road that doesn't even belong to you. You'll be headed down a path. It'll be more of this. It'll be more of this, and more of this, right? When you're trying to get out of it. We have the Five of Staves here. Fives usually represent some sort of conflict or challenge or something of that effect. What I'm seeing here in this card is that there's a lot of elders in the card. Elders to me represent wisdom and guidance. It seems like to me that there is a council of elders that are conversing, communicating around what it is that you're doing. These could be actual elders. It could be your parents. It could be your grandparents. It could be just other people in the family that are older than you that have been communicating with you or communicating about you and your situation. But this is don't, like, what I want to say is like, don't think that they're gossiping about you, or don't think that, oh, well, they don't have my best interest in mind because they're only just talking about me, but they're not helping me or something like that. That's not what they represent. What they represent is the council of elders in the spiritual realm that are doing the same thing. See, as that which happens on earth as it is in heaven. Okay? Hold on one second. So this is that counsel. They are guiding you, they are looking at you, they are protecting you, they are making assessments in the spiritual realm. So while this fog is happening right here, this is what's happening on the background. So that's what I meant about being careful about judging what you see, because this it seems like you're being eclipsed, but in real life what's happening is there's an assessment going on in the spiritual realm about what to do about you specifically, Aquarian. So this is good news. Just sit back, just chill in September and wait for your council of elders to come through and let you know what's what. And they have their ways. They have their ways of communicating, and because it'll resonate with you. You know how when somebody tells you something, you be like, damn, that truth. That shit is true about me, and I got to fix that, or something like that. Or it could be something great. It doesn't matter. All right. So Knight of Coins, you have here along with the Page of Staves in reverse. So we have Knight of Coins. We have the Page of Staves in reverse. Okay, so what this is telling me is to wait on your elders. Wait on this message from your elders. Don't be too quick to jump at something, and don't be too quick to jump on something that you think looks like, that's going to fulfill some kind of ego need or physical need or that kind of thing, because you really are moving past the physical into living a more spiritual existence. We all are. And then this page in reverse, we have the elder here again. Remember I said the council of elders. So you want to wait for that council to speak before you make a move, right? Just be patient. You have to be patient, Aquarius, during this time. And then we have the Two of Coins. So when you are patient, when you wait, if you wait for the fog to lift, if you wait for the dust to settle, if you wait for your elders to speak to you, if you wait for the council of elders to send you that transmission or send you that download, then what happens is you are then connected with another person who can really bring more to the table than what you could have brought to the table by yourself. Who can be mad about that? Nobody. So you are waiting for that time, and it is about waiting for the right time, and it is waiting for the right energies to be able to come together. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Anything else for Aquarius for the month of September that we need to share with them? Any other information for Aquarius for the month of September? Looks like no. The cards are quiet. And so if you would like to take a deeper dive, if you want to know what's going on with you personally on a personal tip, if you need a wealth reading, relationship reading, what else? Career reading, money reading, whatever it is, you can reach out to me. I'm at Kerri, Kerri, at wooing-nature.com. And I hope you have a great September, and I hope you're having a wonderful life.